Today's video is sponsored by Virtual Shield, the world's most trusted and affordable VPN. Without them, this show wouldn't be possible, so if you're looking for more protection and security online, check out their link below this video. And more details on their products are coming soon. Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we return to covering the ongoing controversy surrounding the latest Marvel superhero movie called Captain Marvel, coming out this Friday, March 8th. Things are not looking too good for the film now, to say the least. As we've gone over in previous videos, the Captain Marvel press has been rather problematic, to put it kindly, and originally most of it was coming from the movie star, Captain Marvel herself, played by actress Brie Larson, who kinda looks like a bored, lifeless plank of wood in the trailers. Yeah, Brie's had a long history of being a feminist and radical social justice warrior, starting all the way back in 2018, last year, when Brie complained about having too many male movie reviewers and having us being too white for her. What a racist. She even famously said she doesn't care what people like us think. And also, these movies we don't like, they're not made for us in the first place, according to them. And frankly, if you ask me, these movies really aren't made for anyone, really. That's why these SJW feminist movies always bomb and are terrible and fail their investors financially too. It's because they're made for an imaginary audience that doesn't exist. There aren't rows of feminists who go out and buy tickets to comic book movies. In fact, most feminists don't have real jobs or money to spend at all. Those gender studies degrees aren't worth the paper they're printed on, so I would say that's a big reason why products marketed at feminists always fail. It's because they're not really very reliable customers, and they don't have money. Marvel might as well market their products to bums without any money, or crazy people from insane asylums who can't even watch movies anyway, because those types are just as likely to buy movie tickets as feminists at this point. But let's get back on topic. I digress too much here. Today we're not here to talk about Brie Larson much more though. Actually, it's some of the other people involved in this project who are making things worse this week, namely Samuel L. Jackson, who co-stars in the movie, and also, to another degree, the directors of the movies too get involved. Both of these groups are trying their best to make things more SJW and, overall, make this movie worse. But before we get to those two stories, let's first talk about the Rotten Tomatoes controversy surrounding this film. But before we get to that though, let's first check out this quick video from our loyal sponsors at Virtual Shield. Our sponsor Virtual Shield is offering a new and improved free trial for their trusted VPN service. Sign up with the link below this video and it will literally cost you nothing to try for free for the first 30 days. So if you're interested in giving a shot at a premium virtual private network, which will mask your internet traffic and keep your family safe online, now is a great time to give Virtual Shield a chance. And you can help out No Bullshit too. All you gotta do is click the link below this video, then click on the Get This Exclusive Deal button on the Virtual Shield website. This brings you to a quick and easy form to fill out for your free trial. Just select Protect Myself and then 1 month for $7.69. Then you scroll down and enter your email and payment information. But don't worry, as you can see at the bottom here, you won't be charged at all for this first month. So give Virtual Shield a shot today, for free. Should be right in your price range. And this will also help us out here at the show a lot too, here at No Bullshit. You see, Virtual Shield has been a loyal sponsor to us for a while now, but that won't last forever unless you guys keep signing up. So sign up for their free trial now and let's see if we can get 10 or 20 or 50 of you guys to sign up for it this week. Should be easy since we do have 500,000 subscribers now. Thanks a lot. And I've done a lot of hard work making all these videos and this community for you guys too, so I think if you have a minute, signing up for this free trial with Virtual Shield is totally a fair trade. Thanks for your time and consideration, and now, on to today's show. Great, now that that's out of the way, let's get back to the Rotten Tomatoes controversy surrounding Captain Marvel. Forgive me if you already heard all about this story, but for those who haven't and those who want to hear my take on it, let's quickly go over what happened on the Rotten Tomatoes website just a few days ago last week. Rotten is typically the go-to place to get movie reviews and first impressions from audience members and critics alike. This conversation typically commences when the movie is first released. That or sometimes early reviews can come out a week or two beforehand, depending on the movie, if it's big enough or if the production companies allow it or want it. And it's worth mentioning here that Captain Marvel is not allowing early reviews until 2 days before its release. This is really not a good sign for the quality of the movie, since this late of a delay usually indicates that it's a not so good film and the people behind it could be trying to hide the fact that it's terrible for as long as possible. Other Marvel movies have had earlier reviews too, like what they did with a similar movie that came out last year around the same time, Black Panther. So without any reviews up as of now, there was one other feature which would-be moviegoers could use to discuss films before they came out. Rotten Tomatoes used to have a feature called Want to See, where users could vote and comment on movies movies, discussing whether or not they want to see them or not, obviously. And I say they had this feature because, as of last week, this want to see option was completely removed from the Rotten Tomatoes website. And you might ask, why would they do that? Why now? Well, the company claims it was a planned revamp to make things more clear on the website, but many suspect it had more to do with Captain Marvel. You see, right before this feature was removed, the Captain Marvel movie had a very low 27% on want to see, and that's pretty bad. That means only 1 in 4 people want to see this movie, which is really low for a big league, blockbuster, Marvel comic book picture. And the timing of all this is too perfect to be a coincidence too. Also, I have no doubt Marvel and Disney have the kind of strings they could pull to get this kind of shit shut down to help their movie. So it looks like Rotten Tomatoes has been co-opted by the feminists behind this terribly executed movie pre-release press tour. And not only did Rotten Tomatoes remove a whole feature and section of its website, but also the negative reaction prompted the pro-Captain Marvel SJW side to, of course, attack the fans once again. Much like how Brie Larson attacks whites and men publicly all the time, so too does her PR team, as they're trying to spin this negative press back around in their favor. What they're doing is turning it into an attack on us, the people they should want to see their bullshit movie. For example, when the score for Captain Marvel started to tank on Rotten Tomatoes, the first thing the social justice warriors did was lie and say these people were reviewing the movie badly before they even saw it, implying people were lying because they couldn't have even seen the movie yet. When really, like I said before, this score was under a want to see section of the website, where people voted on whether they wanted to see something, and well, it looks like there's not many people online who want to see Captain Marvel. And well, that's normal, and that's a logical explanation for all this, which makes total sense too, since the movie not only has a lackluster character and trailer and leading actress, but also they've been attacking the fans and white males for months now. So I don't see how they're even surprised that it's come to this. The SJWs at Marvel created this negative attention themselves too, and now they want to shut down negative discussions about the film completely, like they're some kind of big brother speech policing Nazis. So the next step in spinning this was for the Marvel side to say, hey, these are all trolls voting down this movie, pretending this hate was coming out of nowhere from women-hating misogynists online. And this is utter bullshit, of course. Either Marvel is lying to try and spin this, or they really are delusional enough to think people will still like and buy from them no matter what. And I'm sure some will, but not all of us, especially since this is a hero no one likes, who's being played by an actress who attacks our fans. Please. This vote was not coming from sexist woman-hating trolls. It was coming from real people, and they had reason to hate this movie, because we're fans who are not into this project and the SJW and identity politics involved. And we're getting turned off by the man-hating angle of everything coming out about it too. It's also worth noting that the same kinds of things went down with other progressive SJW-influenced movies when they were released and not liked by fans. Ghostbusters 2016, of course, comes to mind because the same kind of thing happened when people didn't like that movie. They said it was because they were sexist women-hating trolls, when really it was just fans of the franchise who didn't like this new direction, and they didn't like being attacked by the actors and the crew either. And that's probably why things are flaring up so much again now too with Captain Marvel, since, as I've said before, Captain Marvel is basically Ghostbusters 2016 all over again. And another different example comes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe too. Black Panther had some similar things happen last year when it was released in February 2018. It wasn't as controversial or bad, but the people who reviewed it negatively were attacked and called names and trolls too. This time though, the people who didn't like the movie, they were called racist and anti-black. Because how dare you not like the biggest black movie of our generation? Even though it is kind of trite and played out, and it does basically follow the same plot points as many other movies, like the comic book movie Iron Man, or also the animated film and another flick based in Africa, The Lion King. Next, let's talk about the Samuel L. Jackson part of this controversy. Sam will be co-starring in Captain Marvel as Nick Fury, who seems to be the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who discovered the Captain back in the 1990s, when the movie set. And well, it looks like Jackson decided to double down on this PR nightmare for Captain Marvel now, even bringing in his low IQ, anti-Trump, and liberal politics into this situation. An article from the Washington Times has more information. It's called Samuel L. Jackson Adds to Captain Marvel PR Nightmare, Likens Trump to Plantation Owner. Wow, this should be good. Let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? Actor Samuel L. Jackson's decision to liken Trump to a Civil War-era plantation owner is not likely to thrill movie producers, who are dealing with a public relations nightmare for the upcoming Captain Marvel movie. The man who plays Nick Fury for Marvel Studios waded into racial politics on Monday, while controversy swirls around Captain Marvel lead Brie Larson for comments she made about white men and the patriarchy. Trump said that he's done more for African Americans than almost any other president, a TMZ reporter told Mr. Jackson as he walked through the Los Angeles International Airport. Yeah, he's got a bigger plantation, Mr. Jackson replied. The comments came hours before the movie aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes took down its want to see category, as interest in Captain Captain Marvel plummeted below 30%. Jesus Christ. Sounds like we got one more reason not to see this movie, guys. I'll still be going to watch it myself, of course, though, but only so I can see it and then come back here and make fun of it in multiple videos with you guys. But this is the kind of anti-male, anti-Trump, and conservative rhetoric that is going to cause more and more people and would-be customers to stay home this coming weekend and not see Captain Marvel. For example, a fellow YouTuber, Geeks and Gamers, has already said he's going to boycott the movie after this Rotten Tomatoes disaster. Here, take a look at this quick clip.
When the Rotten Tomatoes situation happened, I decided it's time that I take a stand, and I am boycotting Captain Marvel. Now, do I hope to tank the movie as an individual? No, I don't. I don't know what's going to happen with the movie, and I have no control over that. I'm simply saying, me as an individual, I'm choosing not to spend my money on this product because this product is overrun by identity politics and social justice warrior nonsense.
Can't say I blame you, Jeremy. Identity politics are really ruining this whole project, and I hope that SJW bullshit like this doesn't bring down the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe film franchise. Captain Marvel is slated to appear in the next Marvel movie too, Avengers Endgame, which comes out in only about 5 weeks. So I sure hope her progressiveness and SJW bullshit doesn't ruin Avengers 2, or Avengers 4, I mean. I hope she doesn't ruin Avengers 4 too. You know what I mean. Lastly, before we go, let's take one more minute to check out the soy-filled directors of the Captain Marvel movie, Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. And goddamn, this picture is cringy, isn't it? And I didn't bring this picture up just to burn your eyes with the glowiness of these white betas. No, recently these Captain Marvel directors came out in full support of the feminist message of this movie, which to me is a big confirmation of how bad things could be. And it's really some icing on this bullshit cake. Yeah, these directors have clearly stated that it's a feminist girl power movie, so if anyone was doubting the SJW takeover of this, then just send them a link to this video, or even the article I'm showing you now, which I also linked below. In the end, between the Rotten Tomatoes controversy and Samuel L. Jackson going anti-Trump and pro-racism, this whole Captain Marvel release has clearly turned into one giant shit show. And while we still don't know how the movie will turn out itself, but one thing is very clear. If it does end up being good or even passable, it will be in spite of all these SJWs and liberals who are involved. Perhaps the head Marvel producer Kevin Feige can pull another ace out from under his sleeve and present another world-class blockbuster Marvel movie, but I'm obviously very skeptical it will turn out that way. What do you guys think? Have things gotten worse for this movie over the last week? Can the press even possibly get any worse for Captain Marvel? And what do you think about the Rotten Tomatoes controversy? Did they obviously remove that feature to help Captain Marvel, or was it just a coincidence? Comment your thoughts on everything below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. Don't forget to sign up for a free trial with Virtual Shield to help out the show today, and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.